In this Flutter app, I can scroll and scroll and scroll for as long as I want. And by the way, it is fetching these random words from an API on the internet. Let me show you how to implement endless scrolling like this in Flutter. We start off with a blank app. As you can see in our app, we have nothing but a blank scaffold. The first thing we'll do is create the body property of this scaffold. And inside this body property, we're going to put in a column with a sized box for spacing. Then we create an elevated button. And here we're going to define a button style for it, where we will set the background color as a deep green color. Let's minimize this window here so that we can see our code nicely. After the style, we're going to have the onPressed property as a blank function for now. And the child of this button will be a text widget that says fetch random words. And then we'll apply a text style to it where we're going to increase the font size and the font weight. Then we add a sized box for spacing, and then the text widget that we will use to display how many results we've fetched. After that, we'll have another sized box, and then a flexible inside of which we are going to put our list view. And the reason for using the flexible is so that the list view just takes the amount of space that it needs. To learn more about the flexible, check out my flexible video. We're going to set the shrink wrap property to true, and then have a blank array for the children, but we are going to later come back and fill out this children property. Finally, we're going to have a circular progress indicator, but later on we shall make this conditional such that it will only display when we are fetching words from the API. Let's save this for formatting. Now at the top of this app, we're going to define a list which we will call the random words list. This is where we're going to put the words that we fetch from the API. So inside this text property, we are going to display the length of this list. That is the number of results we have fetched from the API. We'll apply text style to this widget to increase the font size and the font weight. Then inside this list view, we are going to use a for loop to display a card for each word in our random words list. The child of this card will be a container with some padding, and the child of this container will be a column where we'll set the cross-axis alignment to start. By the way, to learn more about the column widget, check out my column video. The children of this column will be, first of all, a text widget which shows the position of this result in the random words list. We are going to add 1 to each index because the indices start from 0. Then we'll have a sized box, and then a text widget which will have the random word, and we'll apply a text style to it to increase the font size and the font weight. Then next we'll create a boolean which we shall name loading, and this boolean by default will be false and will be changed to true whenever we are fetching words from the API. And this boolean is what we are going to determine whether our circular progress indicator shows or not. So we will use an if statement for this. Now let's create the code for fetching the random words from the API. We'll start by defining the URL of this API, and we will use the URI.parse method to convert the string of the address of the API to a URI. This link is in the description, so check it out if you need to use it for your app. Next, we will create the function that does the actual fetching, and this will return a void future, and we will call this function fetch 10 random words. This will be an asynchronous function, and the first thing it will do is check if loading is true. If loading is true, which means that loading is going on, then it will return. That means it will exit. This will help us avoid starting another loading process when we already have loading in progress. But if loading is not going on, the next thing it will do is set the loading boolean to true using a setState function so that we can see our circular progress indicator. In order to make our request to the API, we will need to use the HTTP package. Let's check it out on the pub.dev website. Let's type HTTP in this search bar, and when we scroll down, this result is the one we are looking for. So let's click on it, and in the installing tab, we can see that one way to get this into our project is by running this command flutter pub add http. So that is what we'll use. Let's close this browser window for now, and then open up our terminal, and here let's run the command flutter pub add http. We can see that pubget is running, and the process is now complete. So if we go to our file explorer and go to our pubspec.yaml file, let's close this terminal for now. Here in our pubspec.yaml file, if we scroll down to dependencies, we can see that HTTP has been added as a dependency in our project, meaning we can now use it. So let's go back to our main.dat file, and at the top, let's import this package. We'll refer to it as HTTP so that we can use it easily in our app. Back inside our function, we will create a final known as random word response, which will await the result of the HTTP get method to our URL. Let's minimize this. If the response status code is 200, meaning the response is okay, we will need to decode the JSON response that we get. And for that, we will need to import .convert. So let's go to the top and import .convert. Back in our function, let's use an if statement to implement this decoding. And after this decoding, we will add all the words in the response to our random words list. And finally, we'll use a setState function to set the loading boolean to false. Let's call this function inside our elevated button inside the onPressed property. Let's save and reload our app to see this fetching in action. Here is our rebuilt app. If we click on this Fetch Random Words button, we can see the circular progress indicator running and our 10 results have now come in. And we can scroll all the way to the bottom to see all our results. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to like it, share it with someone who might find it useful, and subscribe to this channel with the notifications turned on so that you get notified about future updates. If we click on this button again, the same thing happens, and this time we have 20 results. The last thing we'll do is set up this app such that when we scroll to the bottom of this list view, the function for fetching the words gets called automatically. Back in our code, the first thing we'll do is create a scroll controller, and we will call this the page scroll controller. Next, we will create a function which we will call page scroll listener. And this is the function that will call the other function that will fetch our random words whenever we scroll to the bottom of the list view. We will use an if statement to implement this functionality, where we will check whether the offset of the page scroll controller is at the maximum or greater than the maximum, and also check if the position of the page scroll controller isn't out of range. And if these two conditions are met, then we call the fetch 10 random words function. Now we will need to add this listener to this scroll controller when the app starts, and we will do that inside the initState function, and we'll also call super.initState. And finally, we'll set this page scroll controller as the controller of our list view. By the way, we set this shrink wrap to true so that our list view always takes the minimum space that it needs. So let's save and reload our app. Here's our reloaded app. We can click on fetch random words to get our initial 10 results. And when we scroll to the bottom of this list, we can see that automatically it fetches 10 more words, and that keeps going on and on. So that's how you implement infinite scroll in Flutter.